With inflation eating away at your checking account, Treasury bills are one of the safest investments that you can have that are currently paying out high returns at nearly no risk. And before we dive deep into buying them on Fidelity, you need to first understand what Treasury bills are. Now, Treasury bills are short-term debt securities that are issued by the US Treasury and backed by the US government that allows you to get a return on that investment, which right now is the highest it's been since 2007 due to current economic conditions, aka Fed interest rate hikes. Now, a term to remember is the maturity, which is the lifespan of the investment, and for this case, the maturity for Treasury bills range between 4 weeks to 1 year, which the exact periods in that range include 4, 8, 13, 17, 26, and 52 weeks. But for those curious, Treasury notes are considered to be ones with maturities between 2 and 10 years. And then there are Treasury bonds that contain maturities of 20 to 30 years. But for this video, I'm covering strictly Treasury bills, and the increments of buying them are numbered in the thousands on Fidelity, which means the minimum that you need to purchase a Treasury bill is $1,000. But a fun fact for you is that TreasuryDirect, you are allowed to do this with $100. But by doing this through Fidelity, you are not locked to a minimum 45-day holding period like you would be on TreasuryDirect. This means that by doing it on Fidelity, you can sell or redeem your Treasury bills quicker and much easier than on TreasuryDirect. So how Treasury bills work is you are basically giving the government a short-term loan where they can use your money to their best benefit, and by the end of the maturity, they're going to give you the money back and the interest that you were supposed to earn. Let's go over a simple example so that you can better understand how this works. Let's say that you purchase a $1,000 Treasury bill with a 52-week maturity that yields 4%. That 4% is known as the discount rate. It's named that because you are going to discount that percentage from the initial $1,000. So to sum it up, you would initially pay $960, and when the Treasury bill matures, you will receive $1,000. So that $40 difference is called the interest they pay. Now, because Treasury bills have such a short maturity length, they do not pay out any interest payments throughout the time of owning them. They only pay it out at the end. Where Treasury notes and bonds pay out interest payments every 6 months, which are also known as coupon payments. A pro towards Treasury bills is that you are exempt from any state and local taxes. So if you're in a state with high taxes, this could benefit you greatly. But you do still have to pay federal taxes. So with that being said, allocation is extremely important, and you have to know what you're getting into, because literally 2 years ago, the 52-week Treasury rate was 4 basis points, compared to today being over 5%. And for those curious, the prices change and fluctuate based off of changes in investors' demand, such as interest rates, inflation, or any other economic conditions. And yes, they are pretty much risk-free, but that doesn't mean to just throw all your money into them. Now, if you want me to cover any additional content on T-bills, notes, or bonds, let me know your thoughts in the comment section of this video. With that being said, let's now go over how to buy Treasury bills through Fidelity on the primary market first. Now, purchasing Treasury bills through the primary market means that you are buying them newly issued. Think of this like buying a brand new car, and then the secondary market is like buying a used car, except the prices for Treasury bills are identical and obviously not cars. A car literally loses 10% on average the moment you drive it off the lot. Now, Treasury bills through the primary market is preferable because it's cost effective, because in the secondary market, there's a bid-ask spread, which means that there's a bond broker, a dealer, that is getting a few pennies on every transaction. But if the quantity is large enough, the difference can be impactful. Once you are on Fidelity, you first need to have an account. You then hover over news and research and click on fixed income, bonds, and CDs. What you would do from this page is click on new issues. From here, you can see Treasury as the first one for this case. It says there are 5. You're going to click on that, and from there, you'll be able to see options. Now, the first 2 options, as you can see, are Treasury bills, and they do not have any coupon shown. And you can see to the right of it is the maturity date for each option. And if you look to the right even more, you can see the expected yields that you are expected to get when the purchase goes through. When purchasing newly issued Treasury bills, you do not know the exact price and yield that you will be getting when you place the order. And this is because of how the auction process works in the primary market. As you can see right here, this is the most recent auction schedule, and I will leave a link to this as a reference for you if you're interested, but you can see on the left the securities types that are shown. This shows the 4, 8, 13, 17, and 26 week Treasury bills, which are issued weekly, and then the 52-week Treasury bills are only issued monthly. Then you can see the announcement date, which is when the Treasury bill is announced, and you can officially view and purchase it on this day. And then the auction date is important because we must place the order before this day. On the day of the auction, you do not have to do anything because this is a type of non-competitive bidding process that means that us individual investors are not involved with the auction. It is actually run by institutional buyers and banks that do the bidding, and whatever price and yield they settle on, that is what us individual investors will also get. And after that, Fidelity will send you a confirmation email showing the details of the position, and shortly after that, you will be able to see it in your account. Now, looking back to the Fidelity options, I recommend clicking on the one that interests you the most, preferably the highest returning Treasury bill. And from here, you can select buy, then select the account you want to purchase it through, and then the amount you want, which one Treasury bill is equivalent to $1,000. So don't put 1,000 here because that's $1 million. Now, as you can see, there's an option for auto roll. And what this means is that Fidelity will automatically roll your Treasury bill, including the proceeds, into another similar T-bill when it matures. Let's say that I had a 3-month Treasury bill with auto roll on. That means that when the maturity date comes, Fidelity would automatically search for another investment similar to it, for this case, a 3-month Treasury bill, and they would automatically purchase that for me. I wouldn't have to do anything, and I kind of like that. So I'm gonna do auto roll, and when I hit preview order, Fidelity will ask me to confirm that this is what I agreed to. After that, it will allow me to set up an alert to be notified when a new Treasury bill is purchased, so I'm gonna confirm my contact information that is correct and click OK. So with that, I'm going to double check everything and make sure the quantity and all details are correct, and then I'm going to click place order. With that being said, let's now move on to purchasing a Treasury bill through the secondary market. From the Fidelity homepage, hover over news and research and click on the fixed income tab again as we did earlier. And after that, scroll down and look at the yields tab that shows US Treasuries, where you can see the maturities and yields that are offered. And as you can see right here, the shortest term actually achieves the highest yield, which is usually not the case. But when interest rates do rise, the yield on Treasury bills also tend to rise to attract investors who are seeking higher returns. The opposite happens when interest rates fall. The yields on Treasury bills tend to fall as well, where the longer maturities will achieve a higher return than the short term. Now, purchasing through the secondary market can be assuring because you can actually see the exact price and yield that you're going to be receiving before placing the order. And something else convenient is that you don't have to wait for the auction time periods that are shown when purchasing through the primary market. Now, since I'm aiming to utilize my cash in the short term, the most preferable to me is the shortest one, that is 3 months, especially because it is the highest of all the options, and I could adjust accordingly in the future. Now, like I said earlier, the secondary market is a bid-ask spread that allows bond brokers to make a few pennies on each transaction, which you can see on the left and right when looking at these options. Now that you can see all the options, you can see the maturity dates for each Treasury bill and that they are all roughly 3 months ahead of the time of recording this video. And if you look to the right, you can see the yield to worst, which is the most conservative potential rate of return that you could expect to earn, even if the worst case scenario, the issuer of the fixed income security calls them in early. And to the right of that is the yield to maturity, which shows the potential rate of return that you could get if you hold the security all the way until it matures. And if you're curious, the reason that both of these are identical is because Treasury bills are not callable. So after that, you can then narrow down which one you exactly want, and then by hovering over the Treasury bill, click on the specific one, and it will then direct you to the next page and allow you to confirm everything to then be able to buy. From here, you can choose the account you want to purchase this on, and then see the details for the bill, and that includes the ask price, which is the price you would pay if you were paying the minimum of 100 Treasury bills up to the maximum of 620,130. And don't forget that the quantities shown are in the thousands, so that would be $100,000 of a minimum purchase, and the third-party price is from third parties that do not include Fidelity. So because my minimum is 1 and I don't see that right here from clicking on more quotes, I'm going to select the depth of book and recent trades. This will take me to another page that allows me to see all the options out there to purchase from, and as you can see, there are no options for the quantity of 1, so I need to look at another option. To do so, I'm going to go back to the options for Treasury bills, and I'm going to select the second highest one and see if they offer a minimum of just 1, which is $1,000. And this one, as you can see, allows me to have a minimum of 1 to be purchased, and once I select it, the price is going to be a little bit higher than the ask price listed above, and that is extremely small, but it is different because I am not having the entire quantity that is the minimum large order. So in the quantity, I'm going to be putting in 1 and not 1,000 because that would be $1 million. And a note for you is that whether you see a Treasury bill have a minimum quantity or not, you could always type it in and it will automate to the limit price if applicable. Now with Treasury purchases, you cannot change the order type or time in force. It must be limiting price and fill or kill. But remember that in order to place an order, the bond market has to be open, which is typically 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern time, Monday through Friday. So as an overall, Treasury bills are an extremely low risk investment because they are backed by the US government. They're actually pretty simple to purchase and understand once you get started and become more familiar with it. And usually in bear markets, when the economy isn't doing well, Treasury bills are at their prime. But remember that every investment has some sort of risk return tolerance, so allocating your funds properly is important. And it's important to understand the current market conditions because things could always change and you might want to adjust accordingly. So with that being said, that covers how to buy Treasury bills on Fidelity through the primary and secondary market. Thank you all for watching this video. Let me know in the comment section below if you try this out and what types you purchase. Share this video with anybody that you think could benefit from it, and don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and notifications button for future Money Talk content that I will be creating.